Imagine a world full of secrets, a world where people vanish without a trace, where disasters strike and no one knows why. For centuries, these mysteries haunted humanity. They whispered in the shadows. They terrified kings and commoners alike. But what if I told you that some of these terrifying mysteries have been solved? Some truths are darker than the myths themselves. Some solutions shock even the most skeptical minds. Tonight we journey through 30 historical mysteries that have finally been solved. Secrets will unravel, legends will die, and the truth will chill you to the bone. Are you ready? Stay with me until the very end, or risk never knowing the secrets hidden in history's shadows. 1. The Mary Celeste, ghost ship of the Atlantic. In 1872, the Mary Celeste was found drifting in the Atlantic Ocean. Her sails were torn, the lifeboat gone, but the crew vanished. For years, theories ran wild. Pirates, mutiny, sea monsters, writers and journalists fueled legends of a cursed ship. The truth, much less dramatic. Investigators discovered the ship's alcohol cargo had begun leaking fumes. The crew had abandoned ship in fear of an explosion. They never returned because a storm separated them. A mystery solved, but the eerie image of an empty ship drifting alone in the ocean still haunts the imagination. 2. The lost colony of Roanoke. In 1587, over 100 settlers arrived in Roanoke, modern-day North Carolina. Within 3 years, they disappeared. Only one word remained carved into a tree: Croatoan. Centuries of speculation followed. Were they massacred? Did they vanish into the wilderness? Archaeologists recently discovered evidence of assimilation with local tribes. Artifacts, pottery, and remains show that the colonists didn't vanish. They merged with the Croatoan people. The mystery solved? Yes. But imagine the fear and desperation of those first settlers, isolated, lost, and forced to become strangers in a strange land. 3. The Dancing Plague of 1518. In Strasbourg, hundreds danced uncontrollably in the streets. They danced until they collapsed. Some died. Doctors of the time were baffled. Was it divine punishment, witchcraft, a mass curse? Modern science explains it as mass hysteria, a combination of extreme stress, malnutrition, and psychological contagion triggered a dance epidemic. The horror remains. People lost control of their own bodies. They danced and could not stop. 4. The City of Troy. Myth or reality? For centuries, Troy was thought to be a legend. Homer's Iliad painted it as a city of gods and heroes. Was it just a story? Archaeologists finally unearthed its ruins in modern-day Turkey. Layers of cities burned and rebuilt over millennia revealed a real place behind the myth. The city was real. The war, likely inspired by truth. The lines between myth and reality blurred, and what was once legend became terrifyingly real. 5. The Mystery of the Black Death. In the 14th century, the Black Death swept across Europe. Cities emptied, farms abandoned, families vanished. People blamed sins, witches, or even the stars. It seemed unstoppable, a punishment from God itself. Modern science revealed the truth. Yersinia pestis, a deadly bacterium carried by fleas on rats. Trade routes spread it across continents. The horror of the plague was real, but the cause was now understood. Yet imagine living in a time when death arrived silently, leaving nothing but fear in its wake. 6. The Pyramids' construction. For centuries, the Egyptian pyramids were shrouded in mystery. How could humans move massive stones without modern machines? Legends whispered of slaves cursed to build them, of aliens, of magic. Archaeologists uncovered ramps, levers, and ingenious techniques. Skilled workers, not slaves, labored with incredible precision. The pyramids were a triumph of human engineering. The secret was revealed, but the sheer audacity of their construction still sends shivers down the spine. 7. The Shroud of Turin. A mysterious cloth, said to bear the image of Christ, has puzzled the world. Was it miraculous? A forgery? After decades of testing, scientists used radiocarbon dating. The results dated it to the Middle Ages. No miracle, just a medieval creation preserved through time. Yet standing before it, the haunting image still evokes awe and fear. 8. The Salem Witch Trials. In 1692, Salem was gripped by fear. Accusations flew, families torn apart, innocent people hanged. For centuries people wondered, why did it happen? Historians discovered mass hysteria fueled by social, religious, and economic tensions. Fear became contagious. Neighbors accused neighbors, and logic disappeared. The truth solved the mystery, but the terror those victims endured is impossible to erase. 9. The Tomb of King Tut's Curse. When King Tutankhamun's tomb was opened in 1922, stories of curses spread. Sudden deaths of those involved seemed proof, but science tells a different story. Many deaths were coincidental, some caused by infections, some by accidents. No supernatural curse existed, yet the legend persists, a shadow haunting the golden treasures of Tut. 10. The Great London Fire of 1666. A massive fire consumed London in just 4 days. Rumors claimed arson, revenge, even divine punishment. Historical research shows it was an accident, starting in a bakery on Pudding Lane. A combination of wooden houses, strong winds, and dense streets made it unstoppable. The truth was mundane, but the devastation, the screams, and the chaos remain haunting in history books. 11. The Secret of Stonehenge Alignments. For centuries, Stonehenge stood silent and mysterious. Why were these massive stones placed in such strange patterns? Some whispered of druids, aliens, or ancient rituals. Archaeologists discovered its astronomical purpose. The stones align with the sun and moon, marking solstices and seasons. It was an ancient calendar, a tool of knowledge lost for thousands of years. The mystery solved, but the eerie presence of those massive stones still chills the soul. 12. The Giant of Patagonia. Legends explorers returned with tales of giants in Patagonia. Stories spoke of enormous humans roaming untouched lands. Centuries later, historians found the truth. Descriptions were exaggerated, misinterpretations of tall local tribes and skeletal remains. The legends were born from awe and fear, not monsters. The giants never existed, but the fear they inspired feels real. 13. The Mystery of Easter Island Statues. Colossal statues rise from a remote island, silent and haunting. How did the Rapa Nui move these behemoths without modern machines? Researchers uncovered ingenious methods. Ropes, log rollers, and careful planning moved these statues upright. The secret of their construction was revealed. The statues remain, watching silently, a testament to human ingenuity and obsession. 14. The Poisoned Roman Aqueducts. Romans built aqueducts to carry water for cities. Some accounts claimed deliberate poisoning led to mysterious deaths. Historians found natural explanations. Contamination from lead pipes and stagnant water caused sickness. There was no sinister plot, just the hidden dangers of early engineering, yet knowing people died unknowingly from something meant to sustain life leaves a dark taste. 15. The Mystery of Viking Greenland. Vikings settled Greenland for centuries. Then abruptly they vanished. For years, historians wondered, famine, climate, attack. Recent evidence shows harsh climate change and economic isolation drove them to merge with Inuit communities or perish. The mystery solved, but the image of a once thriving settlement abandoned to ice and wind is haunting. 16. The Franklin Expedition. In 1845, Sir John Franklin led ships into the Arctic. They vanished without a trace. For decades, explorers searched. Finally, remains and artifacts revealed frozen deaths, scurvy, and lead poisoning. The ships were trapped in ice. The crew perished slowly, leaving the Arctic as a grave. The mystery solved, yet the icy graves whisper still. 17. The Case of Jack the Ripper, London, 1888. Whitechapel was terrorized. The Ripper killed brutally, eluding police. For decades, his identity was a shadow in history. Recent DNA analysis points to a likely suspect. The terror, the stalking, the screams, once unsolvable, now have a name. The mystery solved, but the darkness of the streets that night remains. 18. The Mystery of Pompeii's Sudden Deaths. In 79 AD, Pompeii vanished under volcanic ash. Bodies frozen mid-motion, streets silent forever. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius explains it all. Ash and gas killed instantly. The mystery solved, but the haunting images of frozen fear endure through history. 19. The secrets of Machu Picchu. A hidden city in the clouds, lost to the world for centuries. How and why was it built? Archaeologists discovered it was a royal estate, a religious site, and a refuge. Its purpose? Strategic and spiritual. The mystery solved. Yet standing atop those ruins, one can still feel the ghosts of the Inca. 20. The Bermuda Triangle Incidents. A stretch of ocean that swallowed ships and planes, legends of vanishing vessels, strange lights, and otherworldly forces. Science explains it. Rogue waves, sudden storms, magnetic anomalies, and human error. Natural forces, not supernatural, were at work. The mystery solved, but the triangle's reputation as a dark, fearsome place remains.